This is a 9mm. This thing, the silver part, this is just the casing. But this silver part is the actual bullet that travels down the barrel and goes into the target. I don't know where I got that somewhere. I don't know when 9mm, I just got it somewhere. This is a .40 caliber. This piece here, the darker brown thing, is the actual bullet that fires, and the lighter sort of bronze thing is the casing. For comparison, hold them together. This is heavier, this is stronger. There are many fine manufacturers, Smith & Wesson, Glock, SIG Sauer, that make heavier ammunition in smaller packages. Years ago it was the big gun, the big bullet, the little gun, the little bullet. You can have a very, very nice compact gun with a heavy bullet, or a fast bullet like 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum, 45 A.C.P, 45 G.A.P. There are smaller bullets, smaller handguns that are subcompact, semi-autos, or J-frame revolvers that are small enough for you to conceal if you're legally allowed to carry concealed. I don't want to give criminals advice, but if you can legally carry a gun concealed, it'll be easy to carry concealed. They're just lighter overall, and they have heavier ammunition. You don't need to use a 22 or a 25 or a 32. If you carry a 22 for protection, just carry a BB gun. It's the same thing. God forbid you're attacked by a guy who's 6'4", 300 pounds. You're not going to stop him with a 22 or a 9mm even. You have to stop the threat. If you're a police officer, you most likely have to take the gun your department gives you. Some police officers that have been on the force for 25 years can keep their gun of choice. The police commissioner can have whatever he wants. A detective that's on for 35 years can carry whatever he wants. But the average officer has to take their gun that the department gives them, which is almost always a 9mm. Around here, it definitely is a 9mm. If you can legally carry your own gun, get the heavier bullet. Maybe you're a bodyguard, maybe you have a gun for home defense, maybe you're a police officer that can carry their own personal gun. I can't tell a police commissioner or a sheriff to give his officers and deputies a higher bullet, and I sure as hell can't tell the military to give the troops a higher bullet in their guns. But if I can convince one person just to get a heavier bullet, it might make the difference between life and death. Because the heavier the bullet, the less firing you need to stop the threat. 45 A.C.P, you'll stop the threat immediately no matter where you hit them. Think about that for a minute. Think about your obsession with 9mm, and just think about casually, God forbid, it might not happen, 1,000 to 1 shot, but God forbid it does happen, you have to be prepared for it. And God forbid it does happen, you have to protect yourself. So spend $2 for the box. Spend an additional $10 for the gun. $400 as opposed to $390. $600 as opposed to $585 or whatever, $585. Spend an extra couple of dollars on a 40 or a 45 or a Magnum if you're a revolver fan, or some heavier gun that you can use to protect yourself if that becomes an issue. You see it all the time. These cops that are confronted by bad guys, they have to shoot 7, 8, 9 times to get the guy down because they have a 9mm. If they had a 40 caliber or a 45 caliber, they would have to shoot less times. Gun owners are not sick maniacs. Legal gun owners aren't, I should say. We don't want to shoot. We don't want to kill. We don't want to hurt people. We don't. But if someone puts us in a situation where we, by law, have no choice but to defend ourselves, whether we're a police officer defending a citizen, or whether we're just a man defending his family, we need to have higher capacity bullets to stop the threat. Keep that in mind. This is not a video for criminals to help them out with their business. This is a video for ordinary citizens to help them out with their business. Like I said it a million times, you never ever even think of shooting a person unless it is your absolute last option. I have to put that disclaimer in. You only shoot someone if they are going to kill you. Never before that. And like I say a million times, you never use a weapon, in particular a gun, to settle a personal problem with someone. Thank you. Keep my thoughts in mind. I'm also going to put a list. I don't have enough time to say it now, but I'm going to put a list. If you look to your left, or your right rather, and you see that menu, I'm going to have listed some popular, smaller, carry size handguns that are 40 caliber and above. I'll try to list as many as I can. The more popular ones that I've seen on internet or people carry. Thank you.